Evolution and progress are all about moving forward. It's about taking a look at the marketplace, drivers, trends in technology, and determining what is best for your business. If you're a Flexo-based label printer converter, you may be wondering if it's the right time to get started with digital. You may be wondering when to use Flexo and when to use digital. And if you're already using digital, you may be thinking, do I have the right digital technology to compete, be successful, and grow my business? And what about hybrid? There are lots of questions. So let's take a closer look to help get the answers. Historically, analog printing such as Flexo has dominated package printing, and it was not uncommon for label printer converters to be growing at double-digit rates. However, over the past few years, brand owner demands and the label printing landscape have changed. We don't have to look any further than a visit to the grocery store to see it in action. Manufacturers are continually generating new flavors, colors, scents, varieties, and sizes. The number of unique SKUs for a typical supermarket has increased over the last decade to tens of thousands of items, as the demand for innovative ways to differentiate products by their packaging and labels continues to grow in importance. Quite simply, more versions of labels are being printed. Why? Consumers have more choices today than ever before, and grabbing and retaining consumer mindshare is critical to the success of any brand. And what do you notice most about any brand while strolling the aisles of a grocery store? You notice the packaging, and more specifically, the labels. In parallel to this, brands and packaging buyers are adopting lean manufacturing and just-in-time, or JIT, processes. They want quicker turnaround, reduced inventory, and reduced waste when they want it. And ask themselves if they have the right internal tools to make it happen. And specifically, do they have the right printing technologies for their business to succeed and grow?
Hi, my name's Chuck Stone. I've been in the Flexo industry since 1983. I know as you look at what kind of digital asset you may want to be adding to your business, it's going to be very important for you to take a look at your current opportunities, as well as your future opportunities. The whole idea here is to maximize your productivity and lower your material cost waste.
Flexographic label printing is an ideal choice for longer runs with a minimal number of SKUs. Since Flexo uses printing plates and inks that must be changed for each specific job requirement, it's best to have the press running continuously for as long as possible. When one SKU or version of a label is printed and completed, it then takes additional time and labor to complete the setup or make-ready of the next job to print. And during that make-ready downtime, when the press is not running, the label printer converter is not making money. So longer runs with minimal changes are best for Flexo. In addition, Flexo allows for embellishments to be added to labels, and printing and finishing is combined in a single process. Jennifer Dockstader and David Walsh of LPC, a market research and technical PR firm, reported that in 2016, conventionally printed labels made up 90% of a $13 billion North American label printing market, and there were between 90 and 100 conventional presses sold.
LPC puts the conventional printed throughput industry's annual growth year over year for the next 5 years at 2%. In 2020, we predict that 1 out of every 4 presses sold will be conventional, and that 3 out of every 4 presses sold will be digital.
Flexo will always have a place, but it's a dilemma whether to run Flexo or digital. We face that every day.
That's a really important point, though. It's not like we're going to see a bunch of conventional presses end up on the trash heaps. Not at all. These presses don't have obsolete buttons. They last a long, long time, but we're seeing more and more work passed over to digital, opening up and freeing more capacity on conventional presses.
Digital printing is an ideal choice for short-run work, jobs that require multiple SKUs, multiple versions, frequent graphic changes, or when variable data is required. Digital printing provides consistency in production with computerized color management. So label to label, job to job, the colors are consistent and repeatable, with no variation between operators.
So the reason we purchased the Domino technology was to grow. As an e-commerce company, we've got computer screens everywhere, we have software developers on site, and we've got a Domino press that's super easy to run. It's not intimidating. There's bright lights everywhere. There isn't ink on the floor. It's a beautiful machine. And that attracts the best talent in the business.
Hi, my name is Jessica. I'm a digital press operator at SheLabels.com. I've been running the Domino for about a year now. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the easiest in terms of ease of running the Domino, I'd say at this point for me it would be about a 10. If you can operate a computer or a smartphone, you can operate this machine.
Make-ready time, cost, inventory, waste, and material are minimized. And digital printing provides an efficient way to handle shorter to moderate run lengths, while providing the flexibility to finish in-line or near-line. From an efficiency standpoint, many label printer converters are looking at digital to complement their Flexo label printing business.
After a year of having the Domino press, we thought that the Flexo business would drastically decline because of that. We were taking jobs off those presses. And the exact opposite has happened. We've never been busier Flexo-wise since we've gotten the digital. So it's really opened up a lot of business for us on the Flexo side.
Label printer converters are learning that having digital in their arsenal is not just complementing their Flexo business from a capacity standpoint, but also providing other benefits as well.
Behind me is a Domino N610i, which we recently purchased to help drive efficiencies here in our plant. It saves us in manpower, improves quality, and reduces costs.
Digital printing really takes away a lot of the extra steps in mounting of plates, stripping of plates, but it brings in a lot more shorter run work.
Hello, I'm Kevin Hayes, Executive Vice President at Outlook Group. Initially, when we brought the Domino unit in, we used it to take some of the short-run business off our long-run presses. Today, we're using the technology across multiple industries, really learning more and more about what we can do with the technology. One of the other things that digital printing is allowing us to do is to address a broader group of clients. Now with shorter run equipment and higher speeds that Domino provides, we're able to play in those new markets and attract new customers.
We quickly realized that there were a lot of efficiencies to be gained within our operations. As we go after large volume accounts that have a lot of SKUs, we're able to best utilize our asset base to support those customers across the broad spectrum.
LPC reported that in 2016, 10% of labels printed in North America were printed digitally, and there were 130 to 140 digital presses sold.
Inkjet, hybrid are the clear winners. The value of that market in North America over the next 5 years growing at between 13 to 14%.
Obvious things, again, I got 3 little questions written down. What's driving this growth in digital? What's behind it? What market conditions are pushing it?
So 2 years ago, we decided to upgrade our print capabilities by investing in digital technology.
There was a lot of markets that we wanted to target, and we just weren't competitive with just Flexo printing. So it was really important for us to take that step into digital printing. In the last 2 years, we've added more new customers than we ever have, and we're benefiting by having new, short-run, profitable business with our Domino press, while we're still keeping our Flexo presses busy as well.
The demand from brand owners requiring more versions necessitating shorter run lengths has caused conventional Flexo make-ready time to increase and become a more critical under-the-microscope factor.
We directly ask companies, what is the #1 reason that your presses are down? Excessive short-run work.
Regardless of the print technology, when the press is not running, the label printer converter is not making money. Downtime is the enemy.
The other thing that's important here is when we're talking about press utilization rates and average downtime, conventional presses are down on average 30% of the time.
The 30%, I mean, that's a huge number for downtime. This kind of looking at lean manufacturing, looking at being efficient, is something that I would put a lot of that at the door of the effect that digital printing has had on the whole industry.
Yeah, I agree.
With digital, there is no plate making, plate mounting, or plate changes.
Well, digital for us is not new. But I think with the advancements that we're seeing today in the digital technology, it caused us to take a step back and really assess, do we want to continue to move forward with the same technology, or is it time to branch out and look for ways to help expand the market.
We have technologies at Smythe that will allow us to print white, but not to the same degree that our inkjet technology can. The other thing is the speed to market. We've turned jobs for customers literally in this same day.
For example, we had 5 jobs to set up on the Domino. We can set them up back to back and push start and let it go. Where on the Flexo side, you can only run up one label at a time for each individual copy, which takes 5 times longer than it would take here.
So I think when you talk about benchmarking the technology, because of the history that we have, being in the digital space for over 15 years, it was very easy for us to compare the data, arrive at the savings, and really have a strong understanding of the cost of ownership. So it really was a fairly easy decision for us in the end when it came to what's the right and what's the best technology for our organization.
It really means that you need to differentiate in digital. It is a fast-paced, fast-moving market, and as digital drives you into new things, these are truly modular systems, and you're able to add more capabilities to your customers.
We have customers that demand digital no matter what the quantity is. I mean, I've run some jobs that you would think twice about running digitally because of the length. They don't care. They want the quality, the consistency of the digital printing.
In addition, digital printing and finishing technology manufacturers have greatly improved performance of their equipment in terms of speed, reliability, quality, and the capability to print on various substrates, all of which now enables the technology to become suitable for an even wider range of production jobs and offers a much improved job length break-even point. Hybrid label printing combines Flexo and digital, bridging the gap between the two technologies, offering unlimited options for inline printing and converting.
Hybrid lends itself to having the labels finished as close as you can, completely done off the press. We run virtually anything that's manufactured on a roll. Most importantly, we can produce jobs much faster than we could before. We've completely cut out a whole step, which allows us to service our customers much better.
It's a platform for producing longer runs and higher label counts, and provides the option of adding embellishments, spot colors, varnishes, and more, while maintaining the consistency, repeatability, and efficiency benefits that digital brings.
You know, the hybrid really bridges the gap between pure digital and pure analog, and you get the repeatability, and you get the same results today, tomorrow, next month, and then in 6 months.
This is like a 10-color press without the length of a 10-color press. Combining the digital aspect of this, we're able to come over with faster copy changes, faster turnovers, faster job changeovers, and come out with more product at the end of the day. That's huge.
So this gives me the flexibility of what you're used to doing, but adding digital as that component as well. This is really the ability to do everything in one step to maximize your profitability in your company.
Hybrid integrates the best attributes of Flexo and digital. For example, Minneapolis-based Myers invested in the MPS EF SimJet powered by Domino hybrid label press that will allow it to deliver a much larger variety of premium print treatments at lower costs to its customers. The decision to purchase was driven by the company's desire to advance its digital offering.
I'm Greg Temple. I'm the president of the label and card groups at Myers. This is going to be really fun to put this in front of the customers and see their reaction when they see what they can do now that they couldn't do before. To be able to go roll in one end, finish goods out the other end, and have features on there that you could not do conventionally right now. And the first week the machine was functional, we closed 2 new lines of label business that had been teed up to test on there as soon as we could run the machine.
I think this press is exciting for our customers because they can finally get what they've wanted all along, because they're allowing themselves to be able to differentiate from their competition using cold foils, hot foils, spot colors, screen inks, and then the digital unit to be able to handle the proliferation of SKUs that they have Myers works with some of the biggest brands in the world, and we're excited to be able to bring this hybrid technology to them.
Here we have the unwind system here, holds 13-inch roll, splicing clamps for splicing on new rolls, web cleaner, cleans both sides of the web. We've got 2 Flexo units here. We've got cold foil, a white. We come into the Domino, which is the digital part of the hybrid system. You got the whites, the yellow, magenta, cyan, black, violet, and orange, which give it the expanded gamut. Come here, we got 2 more Flexo units here. The die unit here, stripping the matrix right here, comes down to the sheeter station, which rewinds the product here. This is the control panel where I can control the whole press from one area.
Technology is a means to help us advance. In the world of label printing, it's no different. When thinking about sustaining and growing your business, think about the demands of your customers, your own internal tools, and efficiency goals. The good news is that there are digital printing companies in the marketplace that can provide ROI and crossover tools and help you determine the best fit label printing technology and configuration for your business needs. Flexo and digital have long been thought of as competing technologies, but in reality, they should be thought of as complementary technologies or integrated together as a hybrid.
I think the technology has evolved to a point that the risk is significantly less, and I think if you wait too much longer, you're going to miss out.
So when thinking about Flexo or digital, just remember, it doesn't have to be this or that. It can be this and that. It's an exciting time. Make certain you don't get left behind.